Starting in May 2025, airports around the globe may turn away thousands of travelers due to new regulations that will alter how we fly across the border and pack our bags. These updates affect everyone, from those flying for the first time to experienced jet-setters. The most surprising change? Your current identification could be rendered invalid. Additionally, your normal packing habits might get you flagged at security, and even the process for obtaining or renewing your passport is changing. But no worries. There's no need to cancel your travel plans for 2025 just yet. I've outlined all the new rules you need to be aware of so you can stay ahead of the game. Let's kick things off with the first important update, the Real ID deadline. Beginning May 7, 2025, your old driver's license will no longer suffice for air travel. You'll need a Real ID compliant license instead. To identify an approved Real ID, look for a star in the top right corner. While about an estimate of 70% of states are on track to meet this deadline, don't count on the TSA extending the deadline to 2027. If you don't have a Real ID, you can still travel. Acceptable alternatives include a valid passport, global entry card, or a veteran health ID. Active military IDs are also accepted. For state-specific information about obtaining a Real ID, make sure to check your local DMV website. Since the process can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, make sure to plan ahead. If you don't have a Real ID, don't fret. You can still fly with alternative documents such as a valid passport, birth certificate, or proof of residence like utility bills and your social security card. Many DMVs now require appointments for processing Real IDs and might charge additional fees, so it's wise to check their requirements in advance. Processing times can vary widely from state to state, so be sure to plan accordingly. Keep your current ID until your new one arrives, and consider applying for a passport as a backup, just in case. Additionally, some states now provide digital Real IDs, so it's worth checking if that option is available in your state. By preparing ahead of time, you can minimize travel disruptions and ensure a seamless transition to the new identification requirements. The State Department has rolled out a new online passport renewal system designed to streamline the process. However, there are 6 key criteria you must meet to use this service. First, you need to be at least 25 years old and have a standard tourist passport that was issued between 9 to 15 years ago. You also need to be a U.S. resident with an undamaged passport, and you must possess the physical document itself. Keep in mind that special passports, such as diplomatic ones, follow different procedures. When it comes to your passport photo, be sure to adhere to stringent guidelines. No selfies. Use a professional photo with a plain white background and ensure you're not wearing glasses or head coverings. Additionally, the photo needs to be recent. The system automatically checks the quality of your submitted photo. Once you complete the application, your old passport will become immediately invalid. If you have upcoming travel, it's best to avoid starting the renewal process, as it generally takes 8 to 10 weeks, and expedited processing isn't available right now. Payments made through the system are secure, and you can easily track your application online. To keep your documents organized, consider saving digital copies of your materials. If you find these new regulations helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps us share important travel information with more people. Beginning in 2025, American travelers will be required to obtain EAS Approval to enter Europe. This new system is set to launch in the second quarter, with a fee of $7.50 valid for 3 years. It's crucial to complete your application prior to booking any travel, as the system performs automatic background checks. EAS approval is necessary for all non-EU travelers, including those arriving on cruises, buses, or for day trips. Children will need authorization but won't have to pay any fees, and seniors aged 70 and older are also exempt from the charge. The entire application process is online, and most approvals are issued within minutes. However, some applications may take up to 14 days to process, so be sure to apply well in advance. Accurately entering your passport information is vital, as any errors can cause delays. The system links directly to your passport, so keep your approval email saved for easy reference. This authorization applies to 27 EU countries, along with Iceland, Norway, and Switzerland, allowing for multiple trips of up to 90 days each. Remember to renew your authorization 3 months before it expires, and be mindful of busy travel seasons when planning your trips. Now, let's move on to the next key update. The EU has reversed its planned changes to liquid restrictions, meaning the 100 milliliter limit per container is back in effect. All liquids must fit into a clear quart-sized bag, and even airports that had previously relaxed these rules must now comply due to scanner issues. When packing, opt for travel-sized toiletries, check larger bottles, and consider purchasing full-size items after passing through security. If you have prescriptions, keep them in their original packaging and have a doctor's note on hand. Additionally, remember that baby food will require separate screening. Always verify specific airport policies, as they may vary by terminal. At security, remove your liquid bag and place it separately in the bins, and be sure to declare any larger medications. To save space, think about using solid alternatives such as shampoo bars. Stay informed about the latest rules, as they can differ between airports and even on connecting flights. Now let's move on to the next important topic. Navigating baggage size regulations with European airlines can be quite perplexing due to varying carry-on limits. While some airlines allow bags up to 22 inches, others restrict them to 21 inches or even smaller, with budget airlines often having the strictest policies. Additionally, weight limits differ among carriers, adding another layer of complexity to packing. To avoid complications, savvy travelers make a habit of measuring their bags, including wheels and handles, and double-checking airline specifications prior to their flight. Most seasoned flyers recommend bags around 21 by 14 by 9 inches, as this size generally meets the requirements across different airlines. Using a luggage scale can help you steer clear of unexpected fees, and those measuring boxes at the airport can save you from having to gate-check your bag. It's a good idea to keep airline size charts handy on your phone and know your backup options, whether that's purchasing an approved bag at the airport or choosing a flexible bag that can adapt to tighter restrictions. Remember, packing lighter can make your journey smoother, especially concerning weight limits. Now let's move on to the next important topic, family seating guarantees. Airlines have implemented clear policies regarding family seating on all U.S. flights. Any child under the age of 13 must be seated with at least one parent, with no exceptions or additional fees required, even for basic economy tickets. This change aims to simplify family travel for everyone. To ensure a smooth journey, it's important to plan ahead. Book your tickets early and familiarize yourself with your airline's seating chart. Most airlines allow check-in 24 hours before departure, which is your best opportunity to secure adjacent seats. Have your children's age documentation ready, and always request family seating during the booking process. Be aware of your rights if an airline attempts to separate your family. Keep track of everything by taking screenshots of your seat assignments and saving your booking confirmations. Report any airline that charges extra fees or refuses assistance in this matter. Airlines cannot compel you to upgrade your seats for family seating, and their systems should ideally prevent family separations. While processes can vary by airline, some automatically assign seats while others might require a phone call, the ultimate goal remains the same: families should sit together. Before we dive into your rights regarding refunds if things don't go as planned, be sure to subscribe and enable notifications. Airlines are now required to automatically refund passengers for significant delays and issues. If your flight is delayed by over 3 hours, you're entitled to an automatic refund. Additionally, if your luggage is lost, you can expect your baggage fees to be reimbursed within 12 hours. For canceled flights, airlines must provide a voucher valid for 5 years. These protections extend to all U.S. air travelers. When it comes to domestic flights, refunds must be processed more swiftly than for international flights. To safeguard your rights, keep an eye on your flight status and take screenshots of any delay notifications. Retain all communications from the airline, including emails and texts, and don't dispose of your boarding passes or receipts. Taking photos of your checked bags before your flight can also assist with claims. Initiate the claims process as soon as a problem arises. Airline apps often provide the quickest assistance. Don't forget to explore your credit card benefits, as many cards offer additional travel protection. Keep receipts for any expenses incurred during delays, as airlines are obligated to cover reasonable costs during disruptions. It's important to understand what constitutes a significant delay, as rules may differ in weather-related situations. Always save your claim numbers and follow up on them weekly until your issue is resolved. Next, let's move on to our next key topic. In 2025, airport security undergoes significant enhancements, starting with Las Vegas, where pre-check passengers will trial a new self-service security system. The introduction of advanced 3D scanners allows travelers to leave laptops inside their bags, creating a more efficient experience. If this trial is successful, expect other airports to adopt similar technology rapidly. International travel is set to become easier as well. Some connecting flights will not require a second security check due to improved matching security standards. Dublin has already implemented this for U.S. flights, and more airports are joining the program each month. Additionally, the adoption of facial recognition technology is expanding in American airports, with pre-check lanes receiving these upgrades first for a faster and more secure process. Regular security lanes will follow suit later in the year. To ensure a smooth travel experience, stay prepared, keep your documents accessible, and follow the new screening instructions. Be aware that different airports may use varying systems during this transition period. I'd love to hear which changes you find most surprising, so let me know in the comments. If you know friends planning trips in 2025, share this information. They'll appreciate it. Also, check out my latest video on new TSA carry-on rules. This video gives insight to new carry-on rules for domestic flights for 2025 that many travelers may overlook. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so I can keep you updated on new travel regulations. Safe travels!